Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Showtime with Mike and Tyler.
Cow. Welcome everybody.
I like CEO Dub.
No way, we're chanting cow. My fans are gonna be dressing up with a fucking what are those things? Rudders? What are they? Rudders? God.
Rudders?
What are they called?
Udders, you idiot.
Udders. Well, you know what? Listen.
Just call them teeps.
Welcome everybody to Showtime with Mike and Tyler. We have a tradition on the show where I'm drunk every week. And guess what? We're living up to that hype, baby. Woo! Welcome to Cow Wrestling. Count It Out Wrestling. It's my turn to book this week. Coming off the heels of a hot main event last week, tag team match with Danielson and Kenta against Kenny Omega and Walter. You got the Brock Lesnar and Kenny Omega rivalry going. This week, we're going to have the best of 7 match in the main event. Match number 2 between Roman Reigns and Hangman Adam Page. Mike, you got your fucking udders ready to squirt out some milk this week? No, that's not a t-shirt.
I can hear people turning this off.
Okay, well, I promise my booking is better than my metaphors.
I'm not even sure you mean it as a metaphor. I think you're being quite literal here.
I like teats.
Yeah, I know you like teats.
You want to get into business here or what?
Do it. Go for it, man.
All right, man.
Sell me.
So our show is going to start with a rundown of our big matches coming off of last week. Commentators, of course, is Joey Styles and Corey Graves. We've got the big main event, match 2 between Roman Reigns and Hangman Page in their best of 7. We've got the tag team match coming off last week with Penta and Phoenix against Jurassic Express. CM Punk has issued an open challenge, and we have a triple threat match between Deanna Purrazzo, Britt Baker, and Charlotte to determine our new number 1 contender for the women's championship. And that's where we're going to start off tonight. Match number 1, we're getting right into the women. Number 1 contender match, Deanna versus Britt Baker versus Charlotte. As you guys know, Charlotte and Britt Baker are involved in this big feud that we've got going on. It's kind of like my mini horseman, but with Cody Rhodes, with FTR, and with Charlotte, and they're feuding with the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, Bebe, and Britt Baker. So Britt and Flair, they're really only interested in getting at each other. And Deanna's kind of being left in the back burner. And that's going to piss her off a little bit because Deanna Purrazzo should never be left on the back burner. I've got Deanna taking advantage of the lack of focus on these guys, and I've got her scoring a pinfall over Britt Baker.
All right.
And I've got Deanna as our number 1 contender here. After the match, Baker and Flair are having a pull apart, and Deanna grabs the microphone and she just puts these guys on blast. She says that she's never going to be an afterthought, and she deserves more respect than what she's being shown in this company. And since she's not being shown it, she's going to take that respect by winning the women's title at our next pay-per-view.
All right.
So we got number 1 contender, Deanna Purrazzo here. We're going to roll right into our next match. It's going to be a tag team match between Jurassic Express and Penta and Phoenix. So we're kind of going to start building up here. We're going to make an announcement that in a couple of weeks, we're going to have a tag team tournament. We're going to crown our first tag team champions. This is exactly what you would expect from these 2 teams. It's going to be fast-paced, high-flying, power moves from Luchasaurus. I've got the Usos and I've got Santana and Ortiz watching this match. One of them in the crowd watching it, one of them backstage on a monitor watching it, scouting the competition, getting ready for that tournament, right? I've got Jurassic Express getting the win here in a hard-fought match. I got Jungle Boy getting the pin because he's somebody that I really want to get some steam behind, right?
Right.
We're going to throw backstage. We got Jesse Ventura. He's going to interview Edge. As you know, last week, MJF broke Christian's arm, took him out of the company, and Edge is pissed off about it. He gives an update that Christian's going to be out for a long time, thanks to MJF and Wardlow's actions. And next week, inside the ring, he wants to go face-to-face with them. So it's not going to be a match, but we're going to have an interview segment inside the ring. Edge is calling out MJF and Wardlow.
All right.
So it's going to take us to match number 3. We've got Okada, who's coming off a huge week last week. He scored a pinfall over the world champion Kenny Omega in the main event. He's going to go one-on-one with Eddie Kingston.
Okay. All right.
I want Okada to get a win here. You know, I want to keep the momentum going with Okada. But Eddie Kingston...
And losing to Okada doesn't hurt Kingston at all.
No, it doesn't hurt Kingston. And of course, Kingston's accompanied by Jon Moxley because they're a team or whatever. So I've got Okada going over here, but after the match, Jon Moxley gets in Okada's face. You know, he's pissed off. He beat his boy. They're going nose to nose. And he lays out a challenge for Okada to face him next week inside the ring.
Okay.
So we're gonna have Moxley and Okada next week. Next segment, we're going to have an interview segment inside the ring with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. We're going to find out exactly what Heyman and Lesnar's game is here. Paul gets on the microphone. He's going to put over the champion, Kenny Omega, as being one of the best wrestlers in the world, a great champion. He's going to put over the mind of Don Callis, but he's going to say that he's just a little bit smarter than Don Callis, and Brock is just a little bit better than Kenny. He says Kenny needs a challenger while we wait for the best of 7 to finish up. And that man is going to be Brock Lesnar. I'm going to have Callis show up on the stage with the entourage, Walter, Kenny, and Nova. He's going to say that around here, title shots have to be earned. They're not just giving out. And Paul doesn't have the pull to make that happen. He says Brock's going to have to get in the ring and prove that he's worthy of a title shot. They're going to go back and forth a bit. Walter's going to get pissed off, and Walter's going to start making like a power walk towards the ring. But Kenny and Callis and Nova are going to pull him back. So we're kind of teasing a little bit of a Walter Brock Lesnar confrontation there.
Okay, I like that.
After that, we're going to get another video package for Kota Ibushi, who will be making his debut shortly. But we're going to hype him up with some more just in-ring action from his past, some New Japan clips here. Just hyping up the debut of Kota Ibushi.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go to match number 4. We're going to pick up with our feud that we talked about earlier here. We're going to have Cody going one-on-one with Matt Jackson. So we're going to have a playoff of last week's match where Adam Cole fought Crash Wheeler. I'm going to get Cody getting the win here with the WrestleMania 5 finish in the Rick Rude match where it's going to go for the suplex, and Tully's going to grab Arn's going to grab the leg. Going to hold the leg down so Cody gets the win. After the match, Cody's going to continue to lay the boots down with FTR on Matt. It's going to lead to Nick and Adam Cole running down for the big pull-apart brawl here. We're going to keep that going. So it's almost like the exact flip script from last week with the heels getting the win this time.
Yeah.
Match number 5 is the CM Punk Open Challenge. So Punk's going to make his entrance. He's going to get on the mic again. He's going to say that the start of his tenure in Cal Wrestling is not going the way planned. He wanted to be the first world champion, but he's realizing, maybe he's just not ready after such a long layoff. And he wants to just issue an open challenge just to see what he's got in the tank right now because he's questioning himself. So he says, anyone in the back that's got it, get on out here, which is going to lead us to his opponent coming out. Making his debut in the company, we have Kevin Steen coming out. Not Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen. Mm-hmm. He's going to come down. We're going to give these guys 13 minutes of action here. We're going to get a ref bump. I'm going to have Punk Irish whip Steen into the turnbuckle. He's going to get into the turnbuckle himself, get ready to hit that patented running knee that he does. As he lines up in the turnbuckle, though, El Generico is going to run out through the crowd and hit him with the haluva kick. So did
you draft?
I've drafted them today. I've cut some roster people.
Whoa. Isn't there a rule that we're supposed to discuss this off air?
Well, there is.
Do
you have any plans for Steen and Generico? I wanted to surprise you.
I was planning. I was going to wait a couple weeks but I was going to bring Steen in eventually. I don't care that you did it, but
I will tell you. I will mention in the future then.
We have to have some sort of decorum here, some sort of rules.
Fair.
Yes.
I forgot we were supposed to tell each other about debuts.
All right.
Well, either way, I've got Steen and Generico on my roster. They are going to get Kevin Steen with the win due to the outside interference by El Generico. So we have Steen and Generico, package pile driver. Steen is your winner here. That's
I like it. That's a good place for them.
We've cut Christian from the roster as well, and there's another cut I'll tell you about later because I can't remember who it is off the top of my head. I drink. After the break, Steen and Generico are backstage with Jesse Ventura, who's just giving them the gears. Disgusting way to debut in the company. They're pissed off about it. Steen grabs the mic, says that they're united. They're unstoppable together. They have their eyes on the tag team titles. There's nothing that anyone can do to stop them. CM Punk is going to come barreling in. He's not going to attack them, but he's pissed off. People are holding them back. Punk says that next week he wants Generico in the ring. He says, bring Steen down to ringside. You stand there because I'm bringing some backup to keep you in check.
So is it Generico full mask, everything?
Full mask. El Generico is back.
Cool. Right on.
And that's it. We're going to go right to the main event now. So hyping up next week before we get to the main event, we're going to have it's been confirmed that Punk and Generico and Okada and Moxley are going to have a match. It's also been mentioned by that Becky Lynch and Britt Baker are going to team up to face Charlotte Flair and Deonna Purrazzo next week.
Okay.
So we're hyping up all this stuff here. And it's going to take us to our main event. We're going to have match 2 in the best of 7 series between Roman Reigns and Hangman. I've got Roman Reigns getting the win here again to go up 2-0. It's going to be due to a lot of outside interference by the Usos. So there's a trend here. I've had 3 matches in a row now that has had outside interference. That's had, and this can't be had here. So as the Usos and Roman are celebrating here, we're going to get the debut of the commissioner of Cow Wrestling.
Okay.
And that is going to be Nigel McGuinness coming out.
Love it.
Nigel McGuinness is going to come out, says that he is absolutely disgusted with the interference in all the matches he's seen tonight, and especially in the main event. And he says it's going to stop tonight. He's going to announce that right now he is the president and matchmaker of Cow Wrestling. And for the rest of the best of 7 series, the Usos are banned from ringside. And if they even show up on the ramp or in the crowd, Roman is going to be disqualified instantly from the match. So if there's any kind of outside interference going forward, automatic disqualification. That match next week, we're going to get match 3 between Roman and Hangman Page, and that is going to open the show next week. We're going to get right into it. Roman is pissed off. He's throwing a fit. As he turns around in the ring, Hangman is going to hit him with the buckshot lariat to lay him out. And the show is going to go off the air with Hangman pumped up in the ring and Nigel McGuinness on the ramp.
All right. That's a good way to go out.
So I purposely booked a lot of outside interference to make the debut of our commissioner mean something.
I like how you did that.
Right? Yeah. Shit's going wild.
That's good storytelling. Yeah.
So shit's going wild here. So next week we're going to have match number 3 between Roman and Hangman opening up the match. We're going to have Becky Lynch and Britt Baker teaming up to face Charlotte Flair and Deonna. So we're going to keep that kind of thing going. We're going to have Edge confronting MJF and Wardlow in the ring to move on with that. Punk is going to bring a friend in to help him against Generico and Steen, and Okada versus Moxley. So we're moving along here.
I like it. I like
and
it.
Who knows what the world champion is going to do next week? We have to tune in to find out.
All right. I really like what you're doing with your world champion situation. I really like what you're doing with Nigel, how you set that up. I like where he's coming from. I like that. And I love what you did with the way you debuted Steen and Jericho. Love that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm excited to see where this goes. Of course, we are building towards the tag team tournament. There will be more information announced on that next week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're getting things rolling here. And the one thing I really like about what I'm doing with Cow is Kenny Omega, even though he's the world champion, he's not fighting every week. It's going to be special when he fights because he's the champion. You know, he'll fight in tag matches. That title doesn't need to be on the line every week. He doesn't need to fight every week. He just cut a short promo in the middle of the show this week. Got to build up the other stories around that. But I think him and Brock have something interesting going here as well.
Cool. Yeah, I like it. You got me. I'm gonna keep watching.
Sweet. That's all I go for. That's all I want.
Yeah. Well,
Just want your approval.
demographic of 1.
That's it. We'll leave in the comments what you guys like and dislike about it. Hope you guys are enjoying this new little fun series that we're doing here. We've got Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling coming next week.
Next week we got the second weekly episode of Maple Leaf Pro. Who knows what's going to happen with the ongoing rivalry of Matt Cardona and Big Ben Ortsman. Who knows who's going to come up next to face off against AJ Styles. You got Finn Balor eating a loss to Joe Cobb this week that is not going to taste good in his mouth. So what's he going to do about it next week? Lots can happen.
My favorite feud Wednesday. Between the loose, what is it? What do you call them? The loose cannons?
The loose cannons and the Briscoes.
Yeah, I love what's going on there. So
I got some good ideas there too. Yeah,
I'm excited to see what you got going on there, man.
And of course, we did unveil the Open Canadian Challenge that any Canadian wrestler can come in and challenge for a spot on the roster, which is always a fun thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's going to put a bow on this week's episode of Showtime with Mike and Tyler. Hopefully you enjoyed Cal. You will enjoy Maple Leaf Pro next week. And if not, then fuck off.
I am going to finish this by going C-O-dub, because I will never say cow.
Cow. Until next week, don't you dare miss it.